keeping you connected with today's breaking news. ABC 11 Eyewitness News at 5:30 starts right now.
I'm telling you, violence, shooting, hurting people, killing people every week is something.
First tonight, a call for action against gun violence.
A Goldsboro woman says she is fed up after a stray bullet ripped through her home. The bullet missed her, but the danger wasn't over.
Joel Brown is live in Goldsboro with her story. Joel?
Tisha and Steve, she's lived in this public housing apartment for 12 years now, and unfortunately, the sound of gunfire outside has become all too common. Last night, her life was spared. We can't say the same for her house.
Trying to fix my place up so it wouldn't look like what they call it.
There is some good news tonight. We put in numerous phone calls to the housing authority. So did Miss Holloway and her daughter. The plan now is to move her permanently into a new housing division. According to her daughter, it's much nicer there and much safer. We're live in Goldsboro tonight. I'm Joel Brown, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Joel, thank you. Jury selection underway in the trial of the latest soldier charged in last year's hazing-related suicide of Army Private Danny Chen. Staff Sergeant Andrew Van Brockel is the 7th of 8 soldiers from Chen's unit to face court-martial. Prosecutors allege Chen was taunted with racial slurs and physical abuse. Chen killed himself in October of 2011 during a deployment in Afghanistan after alleged hazing. The 8th soldier is scheduled to go on trial on post later this month.
Firefighters praising employees at an assisted living center in Alexander County for saving lives in an early morning fire. Firefighters believe a mattress at the Alexander Assisted Living Center caught fire this morning. The employees quickly worked to get everyone out safely. A sprinkler system prevented the fire from spreading. Nearly 24 other people have been moved to different facilities in Taylorsville now.
A father tells police he wished they'd shown up sooner before he'd shot his son. Macon County authorities charge Ricky Fouts with the murder of his son Levi. 30-year-old Levi Fouts was found shot in the stomach in the driveway of his home near Franklin. Ricky told authorities he wished they'd gotten there earlier so it wouldn't have happened. It's unclear what led to the violence.
The Billy Graham Evangelistic Association defending itself against an IRS complaint. A Wisconsin group says the association violated its tax-exempt status by promoting politics with its Vote Biblical Values ad campaign. But the Graham Association says it made sure not to single out a candidate or a party. The association releasing a statement yesterday calling followers to pray for all those chosen to be our leaders. Major layoffs coming to a Winston-Salem hospital. Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center announced the company will eliminate 950 jobs by June of 2013. 76 of those cuts will take place by the end of the week. The medical center says nearly 50 of the job cuts will be from cutting vacant positions as well as normal attrition and retirements. Those laid off this week will continue to get full pay and benefits through January 4th when their severance will begin. On the Outer Banks, part of Highway 12 damaged by Sandy and then the nor'easter is now back open. The highway had been closed after a significant overwash north of Merlot Beach. That shut down the road from Oregon Inlet to Rodanthe. The DOT says it's opening the road to vehicles with four-wheel drive, but drivers should expect intermittent closures. The ferry running from Stumpy Point to Rodanthe is continuing as scheduled. An effort to give back to military spouses this holiday season, getting a big boost from volunteers. In fact, so many people showed up that the work that was slated to take 3 days wrapped up in half the time. Caitlin Canute was at the workshop in Apex where some of Santa's helpers were hard at work.
Diane Rumley and her husband Steve, a veteran and local minister, co-founded Support Military Spouses 3 years ago. In Apex, Caitlin Canute, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
And there will be a shoebox delivery party in Fayetteville at the Crown Center on December 4th. All military spouses are welcome to attend to receive their gift box, but they must register first. We posted that information on our website, abc11.com. President Obama outlining more of his requirements for a budget deal to avoid the looming fiscal cliff. That's one of the stories we're tracking right now. At his news conference in Washington this afternoon, the president said he would not agree to any budget deal that extends the current tax rates for the wealthiest taxpayers. He says his position was validated by voters in the election. Congressional Republicans have said they would be willing to include new tax revenue in a deficit reduction deal, but they have been adamant that tax rates themselves must not increase.
And new allegations of animal abuse at North Carolina turkey farms. The animal rights group Mercy for Animals releasing new video they say shows workers kicking and beating and being cruel to turkeys at local plants. This is the second time in a year the group has made allegations of abuse at Butterball facilities. Similar video and claims were made about a Butterball turkey facility in Hope County last December. And advocates protesting in Raleigh over Medicaid payment changes that could put mentally ill people out on the streets. They say lawmakers did not include group homes in legislation that protected residents of adult care homes. Advocates are afraid if changes are not made by January 1st, up to 2,000 people could be kicked out of their group home. Coming up here on Eyewitness News, Sandy's far-reaching impact. You'll see how analysts believe the storm really impacted consumer spending.
Plus, the NTSB releases their safety wish list, what changes they hope to see in the coming year, both in your car and on the books.
And Chris Homan is tracking the weather in the downtown Raleigh Storm Center.
Right, Steve, and it's been a nice day, if not a bit chilly, with temperatures running well below average, but a dry one with some sunshine and no rain now on First Alert Doppler Network. But that'll change as a disturbance comes our way. We'll talk about rain chances returning tomorrow and who has the best shot at some rain and if it warms up anytime soon. It's in your AccuWeather forecast coming up.